here.
Well, TOVA has been bringing us beautiful pieces of jewelry, wonderful fragrance for decades now.
Decades now. We don't talk about it,
No.
but actually 29 years. I was so young then. But anyway, that's beside the point.
Well, when you talk about being in the beauty business, TOVA is a beauty entrepreneur. She's a smart businesswoman. You've been an actress, you've been a model, you've done everything.
And married an Academy Award winner.
Well, yes,
so there you are.
And you also, by the way, won the Academy Award of Fragrances,
Yeah.
the Fifi Award. So you know a thing or two
About fragrance.
about fragrance. This is your signature scent. We've sold more than 15,000 of these. This
Just
is
in this
something
last
that,
week.
for so many of you, is your signature scent. If you wear it, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call, 800-600-1556. Share your story with us. But when you talk about being able to get elegance, mystery, femininity, clean in one bottle, this is a linear fragrance, so it's long lasting, but it's not overpowering, it's inviting. Less than $60 and 5 easy payments of $12. Excellent opportunity. 8350000. I like the item number.
I do too.
But
And
inspiration here.
well,
What
I mean,
was
first
this
of
all
all,
about?
my mother had a fragrance way back 30 years ago where I thought, oh my God, I've just got a headache just walking in the room. But
Oh, no,
you know,
Mom.
it's your mother and you don't want to do anything. And being that I was in skincare, I said, oh, I've got to find something. And my leaning is more to where clean, sensual. So I found a bath oil. Now, at that time, I didn't know anything about how to make a fragrance or who to go to. But because I came to that manufacturer and drilled him down to say, because he kept saying, we don't do fine fragrances. This was now in 1980.
Okay.
She was born in 82. It took 2 years. And then it happened.
By the way, that was the TOVA Halo. In
Yeah.
case you're not familiar with TOVA.
That's
the TOVA
Halo to Heaven.
There you go.
As we've been, you know, all of our wonderful social media, all of our clubs and so on. I love you all. And it's a matter of that it becomes, all right, what is it, everyone's saying?
Yes.
Okay. A fragrance is set down by, similar to a piece of music.
Okay.
So there's a top note, middle, and base. So you want the top to be luminous, so that it sparkles, and that's bergamot from the in Calabria in Italy, direct. Then into absolute jasmine, which literally is $76,000 a pound.
What?
The entire studio here, in taking this much, will take about 2 ounces. Then into lavender from Provence, which is like, I've walked through that, by the way. These are all natural ingredients. 28.5% essential oil. Then sandalwood from East India, and then into hypnotic aphrodisiac musk.
You've just taken us on a world tour and you've brought it down into one bottle. This is 3.4 ounces. It's a wonderful size for 5 easy payments of $12, but this is aged like a fine wine. This isn't just any fragrance.
In other words, then, because the time that we did it and the classicness of it, we wanted to make sure it is literally to this day aged for 3 months before he even sees a bottle. And then it keeps aging like fine wine. But now, what are you going to experience? First of all, the minute you smell it, it's like being in an English garden in spring. And or out of a shower that you just say, oh my God, that must have been back in the Hollywood days where they literally did beautiful bathrooms and so on. And then into that wonderful combination of aphrodisiac musk and also the absolute jasmine, and all of it is linear. It's like, it is instantly recognizable. I just heard today where you had basically a woman in the elevator. Now everybody looks up in the elevator.
Nobody looks at each other.
No, but, and she basically said, well, and they turned and said, excuse me, what are you wearing? That is our key. Now, it goes on and on. We have now, without question, sold over 11 million bottles, obviously for a long time, but it's as fresh and clean as it was back in when I introduced it here in 1991. And now it's like third generational. There's nothing in the market out there like
And
it.
that to me is why this is so special, because think about in the last several decades how many perfumes we've
Yeah.
seen at retail, that we've seen here, that you've tried, that others have experienced, that have come and gone.
And it becomes your signature.
And TOVA's signature is still here. This is a fragrance that I think is inviting. It's not overpowering. It's soft, it's warm, it's mysterious, it's elegant. It's everything that we hope to be when we get out of bed.
Yeah.
That some days we achieve and some days we don't. But when you're wearing TOVA signature, everything becomes a little more possible. Now, Susan is on the phone from New York. Susan, I understand, is a big fan of the fragrance. Susan, it's TOVA. It's Katie. How are you today?
Oh, I'm fine, thank you. It's wonderful to be able to talk to TOVA and
Oh,
thank her
bless
for
you,
this
Susan.
fragrance.
So, Susan, what is it that you love about the fragrance?
Well, I like it because it's subtle. It's not like walking into a room and being overpowering with your fragrance.
Right.
And it's so soft. And I've gotten so many compliments. People come up to me in the grocery store. They come up to me no matter where I am. I was at work once. I was on a trip to Brisbane, Australia, and I was crossing the street. And someone said to me, "My goodness, you smell good." And my assistant was on the other side of the street walking behind me, and she goes, "That's TOVA."
Oh, how beautiful, Susan. Thank you
And her
very
son
much.
used to come in and visit. Her son was a teenager at the time, and he used to come into our office, and he'd say, "I'm going to go sit in Sue's office because it smells so good."
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
Well, and I think that is what this is all about. Susan, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for sharing your story. And I love your
And a
laughter.
big hug to you, Susan.
Big hugs, and happy holidays to you.
Thank you. Same to you, and keep it coming. I love it.
Oh, perfect.
Don't ever stop making it.
Thank you, darling. We won't.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you, Susan. Have a wonderful day. You know, TOVA, when I mentioned on my Facebook page that you were going to be here, there was response. Where can we talk? Where
Yeah.
can we come? Where will
Yeah.
we see this? And I think that this is the magic and this is the beauty.
And-
You've created a signature that then becomes others. And you were saying this now is generational.
That not only generational, but just for all of you. I mean, when this is gone, we will not be able to bring it back until January.
Okay.
So, in other words, just because, remember, you can keep it in a cool place, and I promise you that it keeps aging and is wonderful.
Like all of
Stock
us, we
up.
hope to be like a
Yeah.
fine wine. That's what you brought us.
Exactly.
It is truly clean. It is elegant. It is easy.
And
it's
sexy,
layered.
just so
and
we get that.
Of course, it's sexy.
Men love it.
I would expect nothing less, my darling. All right, 5 easy payments for you of $12. It also comes in a beautiful box too.
Right.
So thank you very much for that, my friend. Good to see you. Don't forget, our holiday gift return policy also is in effect until the end of January to return anything that you may be getting